My name is Karunji Malik and I'm here to talk about what we call the main causes of underdevelopment in Uganda. So most of us can think about the main causes of underdevelopment in a country, so think about them. So most of you believe that corruption is one of the main causes of underdevelopment in Uganda, and some of us will believe that the presidential influence or the president or the presidential influence of the president towards the economic sector will lead to underdevelopment or will lead to development of the country. So I'm here to tell you that one of the main causes of underdevelopment in our country are the colonial masters. So we find out that when we were colonized by the British, we as Ugandans, and one of the reasons as why I said that they lead to underdevelopment in the country is because first they led to exploitation of resources in the country. For example, labor, and also through the minerals and making us more of growers and consumers. They also, through the wars they went through to make us their colony, or to make them to believe or to accept them as our colonial masters. That also led to underdevelopment in the country. So also the other reason as why I believe, and last one, is because of what I call these colonial masters themselves centered what we call development in areas of their own interest. So you find that these colonial masters themselves, they went on areas of their own interest. For example, you find that this industrial grower, the one who develops industries, will develop industries in areas of Uganda, especially, and Ginger, for one reason, because those people, mainly themselves, they knew where areas that could benefit them and areas that never had a lot of resistance. So in details, I'll explain the first one. The first one, I will call it wars. So as they came here to colonize us, there were wars, rampant wars in areas that resisted. And in areas that resisted, the wars led to death of people. So you find that the most of the people that would have helped to boost the economy during that period died. And in dying, they reduced on the process or on the rate at which the economy was developing in Uganda. Secondly, you find that these people, as they went on, are exploiting human resource for their own countries. They exploited the able-bodied men to their countries, and in which those able-bodied men would have helped a lot in boosting the economy of the country during that period, so that we should be at the same rate as other countries that developed during that period. So then also when it comes to the economy, they made us to grow, to produce and consume. So you find that when you look at the country as Uganda, we are used to growing raw materials and not processing them into goods. So export them just like they export coffee and so many other raw materials. So you find that in Uganda, if at all we were made to be producers as they made other countries, for example, Kenya was one of the countries that were made producers in form of cigarette and also other things that they needed in their country. But for us, we made just producers whereby we exported goods. Then also, last point is the centered development. You find out that when they centered development of the country in areas of their own interest, they left other areas underdeveloped. And you find that the tax they impose on areas that are developed is the same tax that they impose on areas that are not developed at this same time, like at this time. So this leads to underdevelopment in the way that you find that most of the areas that are developed are only few, let me say, Jinja, Kampala, Tororo, and areas where people centered. So in this way, this has led to underdevelopment of the country due to their colonial influence or due to our historical colonial masters. Thank you very much. You can like, follow, and comment.